Danielle Devers from Student Health and Wellbeing. With me today is Linden O'Brien Williams, the president of the Involvement Ambassadors. Linden is here to talk with us about getting involved during college. Linden, thank you for being here with us. First one, if a student doesn't know what they are interested in, what's the best way to explore the options available to them?
So we always love to plug our consultations because, of course, that's an opportunity that students have to sit down one-on-one for 30 minutes with a peer who is well educated on different involvement opportunities. But if a student wants to look on their own and explore, a really great place to start is MU Engage, and they have automatic access through their paw print. And we like to call Engage basically it's like our social media for student involvement. There's a homepage where you can see all the events coming up, any memberships that you have for organizations. And then you can also browse by organizations and browse different events. And you can filter all sorts of things. You can even filter events by free food if that's something you want to find. But organizations, I help students, let's say they have an interest in pottery. You can search pottery and see everything that comes up, or you can even you can filter by arts and entertainment and see what organizations are under there. So Engage is just a great place to start to see what student organizations there are and what's going on with them.
The next question is, how can students get involved even though COVID is happening right now?
I'm glad that you asked that because we have a lot of students coming to us with that same question. And when we are doing presentations, a lot of times that's what we end up focusing on. I would say in some ways, it's almost advantageous to get involved now versus normal times because with a lot of things being virtual, you have the option to explore different events without feeling nervous to go by yourself or any of that. I always tell students, look, if you go and you're super uncomfortable, just disconnect your internet and leave. You can try different things without the pressure of having to stay and try those things in a virtual world. And you probably would have more time to get to different organizations. Let's say it's Thursday night, 6 p.m. and usually you'd have to run from Strickland all the way to the J School for two different events happening. Well, if it's via Zoom, you can go to both. But there's of course also involvement still happening now in person, and Engage is a great way to kind of find out what events might be happening in person because the location is listed right under those events. And service opportunities are an amazing way for students to get involved in person right now because a bulk of service, whereas an organization might be able to do what it does online, service has to be done physically. So if students are really, really craving that in-person involvement, there are multiple service opportunities. Also, Campus Activities Programming Board is doing amazing things right now, making sure they have events and craft kits that students can pick up. And then one last thing I like to say, I know students, myself included, are hesitant to do something when it's just another Zoom session because, for instance, myself, I'm all online anyway. So if an organization is meeting over Zoom, to me, it's almost oh brother, okay. But I'll say for instance, my capstone is meeting over Zoom now. And even though I haven't met these people in person, I feel like I have more of a network and more connections through them than I would otherwise. And you're that much closer to having in-person friendships and in-person involvement once things return to normal. So pretty much all the benefits of getting involved are still there, even in virtual involvement. So,
Thank you. Yeah, we know that COVID is not going to last forever and ever. There will be an end point in the future. So It sounds like a good idea to sort of build that foundation so you have something when the times change again.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much. I
Yeah.
appreciate your time